Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 19 of Robbie's Backstage Bants, the first one of 2021, and I'm joined with the lovely Jen Caldwell.
Hiya.
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
You
How are
all
you?
right? I'm okay. Okay.
It's a new year.
It's
It's
a
a
new
new
one.
year.
Still no
So
theatre though.
well, no, but there will be theatre this year.
So eventually,
Eventually, but there will.
it will happen
Theatre will be returning this
this
year,
year.
which
This is the one.
I hope so. Can you imagine if we get to like next January and it's still? Let's not even talk about it. Let's not even invite that in. Let's not
No,
invite that in.
that's not.
Show it the door.
Get
Sorry.
out. That idea never happened, and it never will happen. And it's going to be this year, but we're not going to put a month on it because if we put a month on it, like we did with last year, it's just not going to happen.
We're not going to jinx it.
We're not going to do that. We're just going to say this year.
Yeah.
So how have you been coping then?
I've been okay. I've been all right
Yeah.
for the most part. I mean, I've got a puppy, so I don't know whether that's a sign of me having a bit of a
Hello,
breakdown or
Josh.
whether it's just something to make me happy. And his name is Norman, and he's wonderful.
Norman
So
the puppy.
Norman the puppy. So that's good. But I'm all right, you
She's
know.
all right. She's getting
Yeah,
there.
I'm.
How was
I'm.
Christmas? Did you enjoy Christmas?
It was nice actually because at Christmas I was still in tier 3.
Yes, me too.
Which meant that I could see people on Christmas
You could
Day.
actually go. Everyone at home is currently going.
I know.
But we
Sorry to
we
the
actually
tearful
saw
people that.
people. Yeah,
Yeah, I went to my best mate's house and I saw her kids, and we had a lovely Christmas dinner, and it was lovely.
not to
So
brag, but we went outside at Christmas.
we
Yeah.
went outside.
Well, no, we went inside, but we left the house.
Stop this. I'm so happy for you.
That was good. That was good.
But yeah, it was nice. Did you have a nice one?
I
You had a
did
nice.
actually. Yeah, it was very nice. And I was
What
excited
did
to
you
get into this new year. I don't know why. I just was, you know.
do? Yeah, it feels like we've just gone. All right, well,
Fresh.
2020.
We had snow today. We got snow. It's
We
already
did.
going well. You didn't get?
We,
Did you?
we did.
You
Yeah.
did. We got
It was
loads, and
really
it's gone
heavy and
now.
stuck.
It's yeah. It was soaking wet outside. Then the rain came down. So now we've got no
Wonderful.
snow anymore. Well,
Oh,
now.
sorry. We still have snow.
Don't talk to me about that.
So
I can't deal with that.
I'm dead soz. Dead soz. But it means I have to walk my dog in the snow if that makes you feel better.
Just go in a sledge and get your dog to pull you.
My dog is like this big. Do
Off we go.
you think he's like 4 months old? He's not gonna listen to me, listen to any of my commands, and he's so willful. He's got his own mind.
Fair
So
dues.
you'll be like, Norman, and he'll just kind of, and you'll be
That's
like,
just me.
and then he'll like tilt his head, like, and he thinks he's being cute, but I'm like, you're actually just being a sassy little bugger, aren't you?
Yeah. Hey, well, yeah.
Anyway,
I feel like I would be Norman if I was a dog.
would you? Would you?
I think I
Is
would.
Norman? You relate to Norman on a deeper level.
I do. I think, yeah. I think we have a very spiritual connection.
He's spectacular, and so are you. So I'll give you that. I'll give you
that
that.
was nice. Right. So, questions. So, the first question I have for you today is the vaguest question of all time. And I still don't know why I include it because I feel awful every time. What is the journey of how you got to where you are today, my darling?
The journey of.
The journey.
I'm going to start at the very beginning. Not the very beginning.
Very good place to start.
Thank you. I am very old, so I used to basically watch movie musicals with my gran, right? So when I was like 4, every Royal Variety show she used to record, because my gran never went out of the house really. So she would sit and she would record everything onto VHS, everything.
Ooh.
And my granddad had this office, and it was wall to wall VHSs of like variety shows, of like anything that was musical related, anything would all be on VHS. So we had our pick. So whenever I go around to my grandma's, we used to watch all these movie musicals, and I remember watching Singing in the Rain, right?
Oh.
I was just like,
Wow.
I want to go to dance school. I was like, I want to dance. I want to learn to dance. How can I learn to dance? I need to dance. I think I was 4 at the time.
Very
So
then.
I went to dance school and I loved it. And I did everything that I could possibly do. So any like amateur shows, anything that was like at school, I was that nerdy kid that because my I went to this Catholic school as well that didn't have dance GCSE, didn't have drama GCSE, didn't even have drama on the syllabus. So everything was I know everything was like extracurricular. So I would be like, can we do like drama things? Can we do shows? Can we do a school show? Can we do this? Can we do this? Can we do this? A lot of the time it was a no. Uh,
Oh,
so I went, and anytime they did, I was always there. I was always involved. I did
yeah.
loads of Amsterdam stuff, and then I went to university in Carlisle,
Ooh,
and I did a 3-year performing arts degree there, where I learned lots of things. So not just performance, I learned like production stuff, and I learned technical things, and I learned different sides of performance in
that's
terms of
really
not just the
interesting.
theatrical performance. Yeah.
Not a lot of
So,
people do that.
but I was like, I don't want to go to London. I don't think I'm ready. When I was 18,
You
I was
know,
I
I'm
need to have
thinking the
those
same thing.
rebellious years where I was like, I just need to go and do what I kind of wanna do, as well as be having the freedom of that time to just drink everything all the time. And that is what I did. And I kind of got it out of my system. And then I went to LSMT and did an extra year that I was just like, right, now's the time to
Now
just
we're trying to do
knuckle
it.
down. And I went in early. Like if we were doing things that other people weren't comfortable with, I'd be like, okay, let's come in and we'll go over stuff in the morning or we'll go over stuff afterwards, and people would do the same for me. So I was in like 8 o'clock till 8 o'clock every day for a year. um and yeah, and then I got an agent from there, which is really nice.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then I auditioned for a while when I left. I think it was like 6 months maybe. And I kept doing it. I was doing okay. And I was getting to some finals and I was getting knocked out first round for certain things. Just the way it is, the way it is.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think when you're trying to get your first job, you just need somebody to take a chance on you. And that leads me to my first job, you see.
So, oh,
It
how
was
long have you
Mamma
been
Mia,
using that
if
one?
you didn't
How
know.
long? How long have you been using that one?
I literally have never used it before. That just
That was
came
so
to me.
smooth. Well done.
Thank, thank
I
you.
think it took everyone else
Um,
a bit longer to catch on, but I was like, okay, well
you
done.
were there with me.
Very clever.
They took
Very
a
clever.
chance, took a chance, took a chance, take a chance, take a chance, take a. So yeah, and I did that for 2 years, um, which was amazing, and I loved it. And I started at the Prince of Wales Theatre in London, which is where Book of Mormon is at the
Yeah,
moment. Is it still there? Yes.
it is.
And I did the move over to the Novello, which is where it is now. So I got to do it in 2 different theatres, 2 very different versions with different staging and things
Yeah.
like that, which was awesome. And then I went and did Shrek for 2 years on tour,
Is
which
there
was
anything she hasn't done?
so much. I've hardly done anything. I've just I get a job and then I cling to it for a long time because I'm terrified that I'll never work again.
Fair enough. I
I'm
mean,
like, I'm gonna stay for 2 years. I'm
fine.
just gonna stay. I'm
Sorry,
gonna
I'm
stay.
not going anywhere. Thank you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and then I did a show called Million Dollar Quartet, which not a lot of people know or have heard of. But it's the music of Elvis, Jerry Lee Lewis, Carl Perkins, and Johnny Cash, and they were all signed by Sun Records in the 50s, and they were all together for this one night in real life, and then they based a show on it, and it was great, and I loved that, and that was my first resident director job, which was really fun. I did American Idiot, and I was resident director on that, and a swing, and that's where I met Shaka, and then I got Six, and now I'm here.
Hold on, what's six?
Never heard of it. Never heard of it, have you? A lot of people haven't.
What?
It's a phenomenon.
Wow.
Yeah.
So did you ever have any other career paths in mind when you were very small, or was it always this is what I'm doing?
I think I got to a went through like a little phase, maybe in my kind of mid-teens,
Ooh,
where I was like, I don't really know what I want to do. And I think I say a phase. I think it probably lasted like 6 months max, where I was just like, maybe I want to be a barrister. Yeah, because I mean, you might not believe it, but when I was at school, I was very clever. I was good at school. Like I worked hard at school and I got good
yeah,
grades. Um, and I was like, oh, maybe I want to be a barrister.
maybe.
And then it lasted a few months, and then I was like, no,
I want to be about it.
no, I don't want to do that. I want to go on stage and have fun and be silly I don't care if I'll be out of work all the time. I don't need a house and a steady job. And now that I'm 31, I regret that decision every day. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't.
She hates it.
I hate it.
She can't believe
No,
it.
I don't. I don't think that I'm equipped to do anything else.
No.
I really don't.
I mean, you can always be a barrister if you need to, you know.
I think so. I
But
could always act act like a barrister. I could blag it.
you go downstairs in the morning and everyone in your house comes down and you're like, so what do you want this morning? Yeah.
Nice.
She's just the barrister every morning in the house.
Stop. Stop it.
It's an easy way to go, and then you'll still be acting as well. You'll still be performing,
Yeah.
but in your own house, which is kind of sad. But anyway, let's dig into your career in a little more detail.
Okay. I'm
Mamma
excited.
mia, let's
Yeah.
go.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. I would go back in a heartbeat. I really did.
Yeah.
I think I felt very lucky. And I will always feel lucky. It was my first job, and I it's ridiculous. You get treated like we got treated like royalty. It was amazing. Like we got free hair. I mean, they can do whatever they want to your hair.
Oh,
Yeah, I walked in with like long hair, like down to my bubs, and I walked in. I think second week of rehearsals, and they tanned me because you have to be tanned.
yeah.
So I got spray tan, and then they cut my hair from here to here. A
Oh,
really short bob. So I went home that night. I left as kind of as I look now, only like much younger. And then I got home, and my boyfriend at the time was like, "Who is this? What have they done to you?" I look like a
hi.
completely different person. Yeah, but it like I got to do the Olivier's with it. I got to meet Benny and Bjorn from ABBA, who
Wow.
were so lovely. They came over and because it was the 15th anniversary, I got to do
Oh,
West End Live twice. Um, I got to work with some incredible people. Um, yeah, who I fangirled over so much and who I became really great friends with. And I'm still good friends with a lot of the people that I did it with, and this was 8 and a half years ago now, and we're
wow.
still friends. So
You've done
yeah.
so much since then.
I haven't.
You said you spent 2 years there.
Yeah.
So also Shrek.
Mm. Shrek.
Shrek.
Shrek was my first tour,
Boom, boom, boom.
um, which was cool. And it wasn't a weekly tour, which was good. So we
That's
sat in
that's very
venues for
good.
like a few weeks at a time.
That's really nice.
Yeah. So you get to like see places and fall in love with places a bit more
Mhm.
and like yeah, it was hard. It
Yeah,
was a hard job.
it sounds it. From what I've heard, Christina was telling me a lot of how hard it was on Shrek.
Yeah. And I love that woman so much.
Me too.
She is like the nicest person on the planet. And
Well, thank you. Mm,
she's so talented. Besides you, obviously. Yeah, and me, of course. But like I just realised I've got these tucked in so the dog didn't bite them. Sorry.
You think I was going to bite them as well?
But you are akin with Norman. You're like,
We are. This is a thing.
yeah, this is it.
Please,
Um,
nobody edit my face on the Norman. That's not something I want
nobody wants to see that.
to
Nobody needs to see this.
do.
Um, yeah, it was hard. Um, I lost a lot of hair from the wigs. There was a lot of wig changes, makeup changes, costume changes. Um, and I think like the marrying the costumes and the changes and the choreography was really difficult, and I think that that was what was really tough. And I think yeah, it was very different. It was a very different atmosphere going from Mamma Mia
Oh
to Shrek.
yeah, not
The,
the same, is it? Really?
not the people were very different as well, I think.
Cool.
And
I think
because I've
tour as
been,
well. It's
what do you mean?
because you're on tour. So
Yeah. So I was on tour. It was a totally different dynamic. The people were just because I've been in this Mamma Mia kind of bubble for 2 years. I was like, oh, this is what theatre is. This is what people are like in theatre, and every show is different. Uh, and yeah, I think the people that they hire at Mamma Mia, it's kind of like Six. They go hire like a certain kind of person and a
yeah,
person that comes across a certain kind of way, and the girls especially, um that my years anyway, the years that I did it, I don't know what it's like now, but we were all quite laddie. It was just like lads a
no,
lot of the time, and it was silly and we had a lot of fun. And then we went to Shrek, and I think because the show was so different and we didn't have as much free time within the
yeah,
show, it was just a very different experience
yeah,
for me.
really, really different. Now,
Yeah.
one job where you met a certain Shaka, American Idiot. Shaka's a legend
Yeah.
as well.
She is.
So many legends.
So many. I've been so lucky.
Yeah.
I've worked with some absolute stonkers, haven't I?
I mean, yeah, we haven't even got to six yet.
Sorry, stop talking, Jen.
Let's
This is
talk
the
about
thing.
we'll talk about the legends when we've gone to.
Okay. Um, American Idiot was again. It was the such a fun show to do
Yeah,
because there was like no boundaries at all, none. So I mean, obviously, like you have to do the choreography and you have to do the job,
I mean,
but
you're
like
getting paid for not doing that and just sort of
just pissing about. It was great, but like in terms, it was so punk in the way, like it's punk because it's punk rock music, and the show reflected that, and like everything that people were doing, like there was so much freedom, and it doesn't matter if you swear at the audience, it doesn't matter if you swear at each other. People were spitting, people were like kicking things, like throwing stuff all the time. It was great. And I think almost every show that I've done, like was kind of cathartic in a way that you can go in feeling like awful, and you can be having the worst time,
yeah.
and then do the show.
You feel
And I don't know whether it's going to be the same for every show. I don't know whether it's the same if you do Les Mis and it's, you end on that
I
note.
think it's just
I don't
performing in
know.
general.
Yeah, maybe it is. I don't know. But you come off and you just kind of let that everything is just out, and you've left it, and then you carry on, and you can't feel crap.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But it was great. It was hard again because I had responsibility. And I think a lot of people find it hard to believe
General
because
responsibility.
yeah, because of the way that I am, and because of the way that I present myself. But like with American Idiot, I was the resident director, so I had to kind of.
Uh-oh.
I know. I was in charge of maintaining the show
No.
from a directorial point of view, and I had to rehearse all the covers in. And I was a swing.
Well, you didn't get sacked, so it must have gone all right.
I think I was okay. I cried a lot, I think, on that job. There was a lot of crying. People went off a lot.
Uh-oh,
Which is, it's what happens
that's life.
because it was such a demanding show physically. So
Yeah.
yeah, people were off a lot. There was one week, I think it was Malvern, uh, where I think we did a different show setup. Every show was different.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and I was super, super lucky though, because our dance captain, who is one of my dearest friends now in the whole world, we worked together and it made it easier for each other. And she's just awesome. She's just an absolute dream. Laura Marie Benson.
Add it to the legend
She's
list.
please do. She's wonderful, and everyone should know who she is because I love her with all my heart. She's brilliant.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
sweet. So
Yeah.
now, a little show that just sort of took the world by storm slightly.
Never heard of it. Never heard of it.
That's a shame. She just got,
Let's cut next. Let's go.
yeah.
Let's go.
6. What's that?
What is six?
What's 6?
I love it so much.
It's
I
a,
love it so much. I can't tell you how much I miss it.
no, I can't imagine. I mean, I miss it. So
Yeah. Going back and doing that like week of rehearsals and week of tech.
that was cruel though.
I mean,
It's what you needed. Like,
yeah,
like it gave you the fix, but that was slightly cruel.
I think, well, we didn't know that we weren't going to be opening.
No.
We thought we'd be opening, so we started rehearsals.
Yeah.
And who was I telling? Oh, I was chatting to Jenna Boyd from Come From Away.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I know. She directed a thing that I've just done. Have a look on
yeah,
on my
that thing.
Instagram.
We'll have to
Forgive
have
the
a little talk about that as well, actually.
We'll talk about that. Thank you. But I was telling her um how it kind of went down because the London cast were rehearsing downstairs and we were rehearsing upstairs, and everyone was kind of trying not to look at the news or trying not to look at what was going on.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh my god, it's like X Factor. And it kind of got us in different rooms, and Kenny came and was like, oh, these guys can open and we couldn't, and it was just like, oh, it was like X Factor where they
It
got us
really
in the
is.
separate rooms, and it's like, I'm really sorry to say that you'll be away from home for a while because but it was
Really
bad
sorry to
news
say you
for us.
can't open. I'm really sorry.
So it was bad news for us, but I think then we had big talks about whether we should tech or whether we should not, and I think the consensus from the producers was that we should tech because then we would be ready to open
Yeah.
whenever we could, like as soon as we possibly could, I guess. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I love it so much.
Love it. Do you?
I I
Do you really?
I love my job so hard. Like I love it.
Yeah.
We did the dress rehearsals in this last kind of
Yeah.
in our text, and I was just like, I could cry. I could cry. I love this show. I love doing it. I love the people. I love the message, the music, the choreography, the team. Oh God,
Mm.
the team that we have on this show is just so good. So yeah, I love my job. That's
Yeah.
it.
I bet you miss everybody as well.
Oh my God, I really do.
Well, good
I
news for you. If I click this button, everyone's gonna. No, I'm joking. I wish. Just suddenly the entire team pops.
I'd cry. I love them all. And that's like not just tour as well. Like I love all of the London girls and the
Oh, yeah.
London team.
Well, obviously, you just happened to get down there and work with them, didn't you?
I did.
So, would you like
Oh,
to tell everyone the circumstances of that?
that was a funny one, wasn't it?
That was so weird.
Well, because it was like we had Colette and we had Maya come up,
Yeah,
and because everyone it's Christmas, and like look at the rates over Christmas in terms of like people get ill at Christmas, right?
yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Sorry, I'm just gonna turn my heater off because I'm well hot. So,
What?
oh, I've got a sweat on. So like people get ill at Christmas anyway.
They do.
Okay. So last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
I was about to do that.
Everyone got like ill. So I think there were a few times where our company manager was like, "Oh, uh, Jen or Harriet or Cassie, like just be on standby. You might have to go to London and do a show at some point." And we were like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, cool."
Cool.
And then this one day, um, I think it was the second January. I don't know when it was. It was like this time last year.
Yeah.
And our company manager Alexa, who is amazing, came to me and said, "Can you just be on standby to go to London just for the weekend?" Because I think people are that I think Colette was away,
Oh,
and people were getting ill, and I was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, sure, absolutely fine, no
I'll do
worries."
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, "I'll go down for the weekend. That's absolutely fine." And then about 20 minutes later, Alexa was like, "Can you come to my office?" And I was like, "Okay." And she sat me down and she said, how would you feel about going down to London for just like for a month?" And I was like, "A month? Um, a month?" That was a Harry Potter thing, by the way. I watched it before. When they're like, "How long does it take to make?" "A month." "A month?" Um, Sorry. Anyway, and I was like, "Oh, oh God."
Maybe.
I mean, I'd obviously, yeah, if they need me, I'll go. I'll miss everyone, and I don't know. I was like, yeah, yeah, fine, okay. If they need me, I'll go. And then she was like, "Cool, they want to put you on a train at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning." And I was like, "Oh."
Whoa.
So I had to pack up my whole dressing room as well, and all this was during the show, so all the girls were on stage.
Oh, no
Normally,
way.
yeah, normally I'd leave before the end of a show if I'm not on. I'd leave like 15 minutes early or 10 minutes early or whatever. And yeah, she was like, "Can you just stay around?" And then she told the girls in the wings, and then the girls came up, and like my stuff was all packed away, and we
Oh,
all had a bit of a cuddle and a cry, and but and then I went down and had such a glorious time there because I love the arts theatre anyway.
yeah.
That's where I worked. I worked there front of house and box office before I'd got six. Um, and that's my friends, that's my London family there. So I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh shit," I get to be with them,
Yeah.
which was great. I lived with my friend Alice, who works there, and
Oh,
she's just wonderful. But like, and then I'd we'd done some rehearsals with Dean, with Courtney, Zara, Hannah, and CJ, and I was just like, so I knew them. It wasn't like fresh going into a brand new group of people, which was good.
yeah.
But like, yeah, it was great. It was crazy. It was great.
And then you completed Aragon down there.
I know.
I mean, I think everyone on tour was a bit like,
Oh, Arlene is furious.
don't bring
Arlene
that up if we're ever speaking to her.
absolutely furious. She was like, "I'm just trying to do everything I can to get you on for Aragon before, before
Just
the
goes
end."
around tripping everyone up.
Yeah. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you on for Aragon. Don't worry." I was like, "Please don't. Please no.
Is that your least
Never
favorite
again."
track?
I'm just not an Aragon. I mean, maybe I am. I don't know. But it's like I'm not a part. Do you know what I mean?
I get you. I get
I'm
you.
not a part. I try, but I am not a part.
I mean, she can get there.
She's an actress, darling, but
She's an actress. That's the whole
when some things are just a little bit easier for you, like Berlin.
like Berlin.
I'm a Berlin
Through and
into
through.
to my very core.
The good job you got cast as that. Good. It's a good job that's your first cover, right?
Good job, isn't it?
I mean, if they put you down, Arrogant and Par first cover, you'd be a bit like,
I'd be fuming. I'd be like, "Do you know me but at all?
do you really see me like this? Yeah.
See me as a pa?" I mean, look.
A job's a job, but do you really see me as a part?
I mean, I'll take it and I'll work very hard, but make it easy for me, please. Come on, I'm
Can't
old
deal with
now.
being treated like this in the workplace.
I can't work like this. Um, yeah. I did complete my swingo down there,
You did.
which,
And that's the thing.
which was great.
Been everybody. Who are you going to be
It
now?
was well, it was a day before it was on my penultimate day. So that was nice. And it was on Courtney's
What would you do?
birthday.
What would you do if they just went, all right, by the way, Jen, you're on for Joan tonight?
I'd be sick. I'd be sick.
You'd be like, right, Norman, on you go.
Yeah. Please.
Just take it.
Could you imagine?
What happens if any of the band get ill? Is there?
It depends on. I mean, they've all got depths,
Oh, good.
so it depends where we are in the country, and how much notice they give. If they fall ill at like 7:30, show cancel.
God,
Or we hold the show depending on where we are. Yeah,
that's a lot
but
riding on them being
uh,
well.
we've had a lot of depths come in already. For like days off or holidays or
Yeah,
so it's great.
it's all good. It's all good. I mean,
Yeah,
if they're just feeling a bit groggy, at least they can still go on. It's not their voice really that's the problem.
exactly. It's hard though because they have to be on all the time and they
Yeah,
work. I think people don't realize how hard they actually work.
absolutely.
Like they're they're amazing. They're amazing, and they're stood up like Frankie and Kat are stood up for the whole time as
I can
well.
do
Like
that.
they don't sit down. They don't sit down during Heart of Stone.
Yeah, I was
They
gonna say you sit down. They don't.
exactly like Kat's got her like whatever 8 kilogram base on, and do you know what I mean? Like
Couldn't deal with that.
they
Sorry.
don't they don't get enough praise, and
Yeah.
I'm here to do that. I'm here to praise the ladies in waiting
Praise the
because
Lords in waiting.
they work so hard,
They do.
and also they are the absolute like boss ass bitches as well. They're amazing.
I
So
agree. I agree. I like the masks that the London ones got too,
did you
with the
see the
sparkle.
thing? They are lovely. They are really nice.
Yeah,
I don't know why they wear them.
me neither, but it looks good. I
But
mean,
look, hashtag
having
wear a mask. Do you
if
know what I mean?
if any mask, that's a good mask.
It is. They're repping for hashtag wear a mask.
They are, and I mean, we need that at the moment because people
I
don't seem to
agree.
get the message.
There are a lot of people that won't wear them. So if they see the ladies in waiting wearing them, maybe they're going to wear them. Who knows?
Maybe that
Who
might be
knows?
it. I
I
think
think the people that don't wear masks aren't going to be like looking at videos of six.
this is
Uh,
what I was. This is my thing. Everyone in theatre, everyone in our industry is being so sensible
yeah, yeah, yeah.
because they want to be back in a theatre, but then
Exactly.
everyone else is not.
Exactly.
Come on, guys.
Exactly.
Follow the ladies in waiting and wear a mask.
Yes.
Yeah,
Be a lady in waiting. Wear a damn mask. So
yeah.
then we can all get back to work
We
and
can all
some
get back
semblance
to
of
being
normality.
ladies in waiting.
Bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So I'm sure we will get on to more six because there's some in the fans' questions, but I think
Sure.
we should talk a little bit about gift that keeps giving.
Mm. Oh, I loved it so much.
Oh, good.
It was a very weird kind of experience,
I
really.
bet.
Um, so it started because I think Reese Kerridge
A
put
legend.
something on Twitter, right? And was like, "Oh, I'm writing stuff. Like, if you want to be involved." And I was like, "I'd love to be involved." And he was like, "Oh, this is all cast actually." He was like, "But,"
Make me work.
he was like, "Hold on a second." And within like a day, I think he'd written a duologue, which was like the original concept that Tori and I did. So we
Yeah,
just did a Zoom call and read through it. Me, Reese, and Tori. Tori Hargreaves, if you don't know, she's
legend.
wonderful. She is so funny. She's so funny. Um, but so we sat and we did that original kind of concept thing, and we were like, "This is great," and he said, "I think this could be more." And we kind of talked about it and how it would
Oh,
work. Yeah, and then he got more. We got more people involved, and then he got Jenna involved,
yeah,
um, and the lovely Ben McQuigg as well, who did all our music and editing,
that
and
was incredible.
how he. We could not have done it with any of it without Ben.
No.
Like, Ben was the glue that held everything together. And he came on all these rehearsal calls and Zoom calls, and he just kind of sat there like, because we did, like the how many of us even were there? 9 of us or 10? I don't even know. But we just sat and we laughed and chatted nonsense. And you know when you just there's a group of people and you all just get on
Yeah.
straight away. It was so wonderful. But we've never met.
No.
Never met in real life.
Oh.
And we filmed it all on our phones.
So did you not, were you not in a Zoom call together when you filmed it?
We
Oh,
were.
you
We
were.
were on the Zoom call, but we filmed it on our so we read it all together.
Oh,
It was very complicated.
this
So
makes sense in my brain now.
yeah, so we had our phones set up. We were on Zoom on a different
Yeah,
device,
right.
and then we had to have another phone for the filming. Um, so we filmed everything on our phone. We acted with each other, and then after we finished a scene, we would then send that scene to Ben.
Ben can do the rest.
And we were just like, Ben, just take every take. You just take every take.
Take
But
it.
it was so weird because obviously with Zoom you'll have these like overlaps of sound, or and when there's like little quick lines, sometimes you won't even hear them. We had so many technical errors. We did 2 filming days. And I think the first one was just an absolute car crash. But it was like, we ironed out everything and we were like, okay, well, this worked, this didn't work, let's do the whole thing again. Which was great. But there were things like we'd do a really good scene and we'd be like, oh, this is such a good take.
Got it.
And then it would get to the end of it, and then like I think there was one where I think Chloe was like, I'm so sorry, halfway through that my phone's run out of storage. And it was like, and there was
No.
another scene, the first scene. So we filmed it backwards so we could like let people go as the day went on. So like at the end of the day, me and Tori were the only ones left, and we were just like, and we filmed our scene together, and it was a really good take. It was really good, and we were like, yes, that was it. And then Tori watched it back. She went, oh my god, guys, you're gonna hate me. They were like, watch it. I accidentally filmed the whole scene in slow motion. So she sent this video and she was doing the whole scene. It was like, it was so good. It was so good. So
Oh, I wish that was used instead.
I don't. I feel like we all.
We need a bloopers reel. This is what
I think we've talked about it. Like, there's a thing, at the end where I'm just eating
eating.
stuff.
I
Yeah,
related really, really a lot to that actually.
thank you. I added all of it myself. I was like, I've got snacks. I was like, we're watching a film. Karis is gonna have snacks.
She is.
I ate all day, but like they were filming me eating, and I was like, oh cool. And then I stood up and I just spilled everything everywhere. Like I was covered in popcorn, and yeah. So, but it was really fun, and I don't know what I mean. We're all in kind of talks about what's happening next,
Yeah.
but I think there's gonna be more things.
I sure hope so.
Yeah, it's
Definitely.
exciting. It's
There was a
exciting.
fans question that I was going to put in the fans question section, but I decided to put it here because it just works perfectly. It's from Millie, and Millie has asked, did you base Caris off of anyone?
Myself.
That is so good. Like,
Myself.
you.
It's 100% myself. No, it's not. It's a little bit less
A little bit
me.
exaggerated you.
Yeah, it's like my very comfortable, tired kind of self, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And all I want to do is eat, and I'm very driven by food. And sometimes I'll say something that's like a little bit stupid, or sometimes I'll say something that I very rarely do that actually. Yeah.
Mm.
But like sometimes I'll say something that's like a bit mean, and then I'll be like, oh, I don't mean it. Uh, whatever, I don't mean it. And but like mainly, I I'm driven by food. Yeah, it's pretty much based on me. I think we had to talk about it after we'd like kind of got to grips with our characters.
Yeah,
And I think they were like, "Oh my God, you're just Karen from Mean Girls." I was like, "I'll take it. I will take it.
I will have that. Thank
I am just the Karen, I think."
the
I don't,
carrot.
I don't think that's me in real life, but
Yeah.
I think there's certain aspects of me that are
So now you
there.
need to be Karen and Mean Girls.
Oh my God, I'd love that so much.
The powers that be.
To the theatre gods, I'd love to be Karen.
After this year, she not this year. Last year, she deserves it. Come on, guys.
After this last 12 months, I think I'd like that. Karen.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
My name is Karen. I may not be smart. So funny. That's it.
That's it. She's done it now. Well done, everyone. Okay, so now we've made it to the fans' questions.
God.
Are you excited?
Beyond.
I already know what they are, otherwise I'd be excited too.
Okay.
The first question is from Lucy, and Lucy has asked, what was your favorite city on the tour?
Um, my favorite city. I don't like to have favorites.
No,
I don't like to do that
I get
because
you.
every place has something to offer. But the place that I will say that there are three places in the world where I arrive there and I feel three. Just in case you don't know what that means, three. Um, and when I arrive and it feels like home.
Yeah,
One is my village where I grew up. One
village.
is London,
London.
yeah, and the other one is Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
Yeah. When
Edinburgh.
I go up the escalators at Waverley Station up onto Princes Street, and I walk out onto Princes Street, and you see the Walter Scott Monument, and then you look over and you see Carlton Hill, and you look out and you just have a lovely look around and you see the old town. I just feel like I can breathe.
Yeah,
It feels like home. So Edinburgh for
it's
that.
like a very cliche movie moment getting off the
It
plane.
really is. I'll always have like a big suitcase and I'll get off and I'll be like,
Looking around as though someone's filming you from the back. Yeah.
yeah, basically. Yeah, I feel
Very
like I'm in
good.
a rom-com.
Yes. All them rom-coms you've been in.
Oh, don't. My life is a rom-com. Actually, it's more just a com. There's a very little rom. Very little rom, loads of com.
Com.
Just a big fat com.
Same. Um, I mean, I won't take that question to offense because you didn't make it anywhere near me on tour, so
Oh no,
he's
soz.
on it.
I do love Newcastle though. I've toured
Yeah,
there before.
me too. I do like it. I mean, I've hardly been there. I mean, you know, thanks, Rona. And you weren't even coming to Teesside on the drive-in, so that wouldn't you wouldn't have made it there neither.
No,
What
sorry.
was it? What? Just no, I think they're just sort of saying you can't go see Jen. You
You
can't.
think it's a sign, don't you?
Do you
There's
reckon?
been,
Do you
I've
reckon
had two
he's trying to come
jobs.
see you?
I know. Well, I've had two jobs that have gone to New Zealand and I haven't gone with it either time.
Oh,
Because I haven't, because it's just like
stop
the
it!
world doesn't
Go
want
in
me.
there.
The world doesn't want me to go to New Zealand.
Well, the world doesn't want me to see you, so I wonder what's going on.
Human.
There's a reason. You're gonna like attack me.
Do you think so?
Maybe. I
I
don't know
have
what
it.
way.
I have it in me.
We might get there and Norman will like attack.
Oh no, he doesn't
No,
attack.
I mean, you know, me and Norman are practically the same person, so
Exactly. No, he won't attack
that
you.
wouldn't happen.
No.
You might, your hoops might though.
Oh, stop with the hoops. Stop. This was before you started recording that we talked about the hoops.
Exactly. This is something
I
that nobody knows about.
I changed my hoops before we started recording because my previous hoops I thought were too aggressive.
Aggressive hoops.
So
And
I
she
think
didn't put. She didn't want to put a
less
couple of hoops.
aggressive hoop. The other ones were just a lot brighter, and I feel like they'd have pulled focus from my face.
No, nothing could do that.
Thank you.
I mean, the only hoops that I like are hula hoops. The ones.
Salt and vinegar hula hoops
Mm. Yeah,
in my
I love
belly.
that this conversation just keeps going back to food.
I know. Did you base Caris on anyone?
Me.
Me and my love of food.
The next question is from Emily, and Emily has asked, "How did you feel when you found out you got 6?"
Oh my god. Oh my god, I lost my mind. Right. Interesting. Is it interesting? I don't know. You'll
Yes,
find
it probably
out.
is.
So I was on tour with American Idiot in Cheltenham, right? And I'd just done my 2 days of finals, two, and I got up at like 5 o'clock. So I did a show the night before, got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, travelled to London, do the whole day of auditions, come back, do a show. Did that 2 days in a row. I was shattered, right?
Yep.
And then it was the Wednesday and the Thursday, I want to say. And on the Friday morning, I woke up early and I was staying in this little cottage in Cheltenham. And
Oh,
my agent called me and they said, "You've got the job." And I was like, "This is insane."
wow.
Cool. And I found out very recently, actually, that the little cottage that I was staying in belongs to, so Arlene, you'll know Arlene, our Joan, our musical
Yeah.
director. Her boyfriend, it's his mum's cottage that I was staying in when I found out that I got the job.
Oh,
I was like, I said, "Oh, I stayed in a little cottage in Cheltenham," and she was like, "Two together with the, and it's got a little piano," and I was like, "Yes,
yeah.
that's where I was when I found out that I got sick." She was like, "Oh my god, it's like fate." I know.
That is
So
so cool. That is
yeah,
actually really cool. Cool story.
it's all kind of come together, and it just means that me and Arlene were destined to be friends
Definitely.
from day one, and
From
I
day
love
one of
her.
6.
I love her. Oh, anyway, carry on.
We love everybody. This is just a big love fest.
I do love everybody. I don't love everybody.
Well, no, there are some
I'm
people.
quite fond of some people. I don't like some people, but for the most part, there's a lot of love. I've got a lot of love to give, you know?
Good, good. And that's why Norman exists.
Correct. Oh, I love him. He's so cute. Sometimes I look at him, right? He'll sit next to me and he'll like tuck his head here and he'll just look up at me like this. And the other day, I think I was feeling a bit emotional, and I just looked at him and I was like, burst into tears. 'Cause I was like, "You're just so precious." I hate myself. Anyway, next question.
This question is from Queens of Six on Instagram, and they have asked, it's a really interesting question. Do you have a crystal that you get drawn to?
I do actually. I
Yeah.
have a crystal on right now.
Oh,
That Colette made.
do you
That
get
Colette
drawn to that
wrapped
crystal?
for me. I didn't. She told me the properties of this crystal, and I was like, "I'll have that." I get drawn to turquoise things.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that's like, I'll show you. I've got a little. Let me just get it for you.
Stop,
Let's
keep
just
going.
get it. I've got. This is my Chinese turquoise.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that is
I like
fancy.
anything that's kind of bluey or turquoisey,
Well,
but
that's
it's about like communication and yeah, it's great. Love
cool.
it.
What are you going to do with it?
Oh, I've got a little crystal area
Oh,
that I have. So I've got my little jungle corner where I've got all my
all your
plants,
plants, yeah.
and then I've got like my little crystals arranged there
Oh,
around around in and amongst my plants.
oh,
Yeah.
cool. That is actually really cool.
Thank
Okay.
you.
The next question is from Olivia, whose birthday it is when this goes out. So happy birthday.
Oh my god, happy birthday, Olivia. Oh.
And the question is, what is your favorite line in the show?
Oh god. I really I really enjoy well, been doing that for the last hour. So is that what the line is? I mean, a miscarriage, really?
I
Isn't
mean,
that
I
a bit?
hope it is.
Oh, somebody's got a conscience. I forgot. I've forgotten the line.
Oh no,
That one. It's that one.
it's that one.
It's that one
It's the
where
line that comes there.
it's Jane Seymour,
James
and she's like, "Oh, should we really be doing this?" Well, we've been doing that for the last hour, so it's great. It's
It is.
great. I
It
like
is.
it. I
It's
like.
comedy at its finest.
I like a lot of ad libs that creep in though. Like I
Example.
well, I don't know. I think they've all been kind of vetoed and taken out now, so I don't really want to give
Oh,
examples because I think we do get a little bit carried away,
I bet.
you know.
I think the first show back, you're gonna get a little carried away.
I disagree. I think the first show back, everyone's going to be terrified, and they'll be like, "Let's just stick to the script because we don't know what we're doing."
Then a week in, Shaka's gonna be falling down the stairs again, and it'll just be
Oh, she fell up the stairs. Thank
well,
you.
yeah.
That was, I remember that day, and I was just like, "You just heard her,
You want as
just
well?
and blah, 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 blah. And then we turn because we're all looking at the front, and we're like, turn,
Yeah, just going for it.
going,"
Shaka's
and
on
we
the
go,
floor.
hot, turn around, and she's like on a step, like, and she proper styled it out, though. She proper styled it out.
Oh.
It was
I swear
good.
now the impression you did of her singing is pretty much the same thing she did when she was explaining it to me. So, you're not far off. I think I might
It,
compare them.
I just remember, like, you just heard this kind of clatter, and you just kind of heard her go, and you don't know what to do. And
Oh,
my favorite thing, right, is Lauren Drew when she knows she's not supposed to laugh, and it's like she looks upstage, and it's always at the end of Get Down, always, and
always.
she looks up, and it's like if anything's happened before that, that is the time to get it out. That's the time
That's a
you're
good
allowed to
time.
laugh. And she looks upstage and just goes, and you can hear her through your in it, not even in your in ears, like in spite of the fact that your ears are blocked, you can hear her.
So you were going for it.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Oh wow, that is
That
something that
girl.
no one's ever mentioned before, actually.
Oh my god, she absolutely kills me. Kills me.
And the last fans question is from Trevor, because my granddad loves to get his questions in.
Oh, hello, Trevor.
Is if you forget a line on stage, what do you do?
Okay. it
It's gone down
it
the
depends.
philosophy route.
It depends. I think there's been a few times where I've saved it, and you just pull it from the depths of your mind.
Yeah.
You kind of try and flounder until you find it. There are other times where other people will save you. There have been times where someone, Lauren Byrne, has been floundering and nobody saved her because nobody knew how.
Nobody said
And we all just kind of stood there like, and she just carried on. She just carried on for
bless
about a minute, just like but we're here to. That's right. We're here to help you fit shit, Cinderella, the queen of the rose among the. And then Jodie just jumped in and was like, "The Thomas Cromwell amongst the royal misses," and we all just kind of went, "Bam, bam, bam."
Thanks, Jodie.
It was Laura. She was just looking around, looked at Shaka. Shaka was like,
Shaka's
"I'm
just
not looking at you." So yeah, that's what
it's like when teachers are like selecting you and you're just like, I'm not here, I'm not here.
don't look at me, don't look at me, don't look at me.
Yeah.
But like when you can't get it out and you can't find it and nobody's helping you and it feels like 8
The
years.
worst thing in
Oh,
the
it
situation.
feels
When in reality it's only about 3 seconds.
It feels like the longest
Feel
time.
like, ha ha ha.
There was one time I came forward as Boleyn and was like, "OMG, I get it," and it was like this whole
Oh
line,
no, no.
and I was like, the only reason anyone compares us is because of our husband, and then I found the line from somewhere and I turned around and Drew was like, "God save, love, God save." Honestly, my heart was like
I need to
in.
get that woman in for an episode because I have a feeling she's got some stories to tell.
Oh, Lauren Drew's got all the stories left. She's got all the stories.
Please,
I love
Sharon. Please.
them. She's brilliant.
That would be so nice. And
Yes,
I think she's brilliant.
she is brilliant.
Voice
And
is incredible.
you know that she's on The Voice, right?
Yeah, literally. She is the voice.
She is the voice. I honestly could cry with pride. I've known about it for so long and haven't been able to say a word.
That.
I found out about it, I think, in August, maybe.
No.
Yeah.
You sat on that secret for a while.
I know, darling.
January now.
I'm a good friend. I'm a good friend and secret keeper.
You've done it.
I've done it.
I bet that was
Okay.
hard though.
It was. It was really hard.
Are you ready for the main event?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Because as I was saying to you, this quiz has been extended this year. This year, literally. Because of everyone telling me that I only had 5 questions in a 6 quiz.
It was a major faux pas on your part, to be honest. But you've rectified it now. It's fine.
Rectified the problem, and I am here with a 6-question quiz. So fight me. Right. Your first question is.
I'm stressed. I'm not gonna...
I don't have corona. I'm just coughing.
Oh,
how many songs are in the cast recording?
How many what?
How many songs are in the cast recording?
Okay. Exercise. No way. Don't lose your head. Heart of Stone. Holbein. Get Down. All You Want to Do. I Don't Need Your Love. 9.
That's right.
Yes!
I'd give you a tick on the paper, but my laptop's on a very flimsy platform right now. Yeah, literally look. Whoa.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah. The second one is Finish the Lyric.
Oh, God.
Bum, bum, bum. I imagined the bums from the show, but they didn't happen, so.
Bum, 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 bum. I'm ready.
Oh, dear. Right. The Finish the Lyric is I'd Say Henry.
Yeah, it's true. I'll never belong to you. 'Cause I am not your toy to enjoy till there's something new.
Yes.
What to go on for? I know the whole song.
That's
As if I'm no, go on.
when you're on Instagram Live and you just sort of get thrown on and
Oh God.
happens.
Someone brought that to my attention the other day as well. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's cool.
That was quite funny though. I mean, it was just like, oh.
You can see the panic in my eyes.
Yeah.
There was people that sent me a message that were like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you're so chilled about it. You're so chilled." And I was like, you can literally see. You can see the panic in my eyes. Because it's like Sunita was like, oh, Jen, you're going to have to get your slap on, love. And you see me do this. Why? I was like, that's not the face of someone who's calm.
No.
It's not calm.
Why?
Why?
Not having that. So you're on 2 out of 6.
Okay. All right.
Question 3. Who speaks the line? I can see it now. Henry VIII and his famous wives. It is
Howard.
Well done.
Yes, swing brain.
He did it. I know this is the problem. See, I used to like sort of alter the quizzes depending on who I had. If they played these roles, I would completely not do anything about them roles. But with you, it's just like, what am I meant to do?
You can't do it.
I can't escape. I could just give you all arrogant stuff, and I mean that would be quite mean.
I mean, I don't like it, but I know it.
She knows it. I remember you posting it like halfway through lockdown saying you'd ran the arrogant track. I was like, how?
Yeah.
As you do. Question number 4. Where was 6 first performed? I will take 2 answers. I won't take them both. I'll take 1 of 2 answers.
Well, it's either Cambridge or Edinburgh, isn't
That's
it?
both of my answers.
Right.
Do you get a
Do I get
bonus point for
do I
that?
get 5 points? I don't know.
I feel like I might give you one,
Oh my god, can I get 7 out of 6? I
That
don't
would
know.
be
That
definitely.
would be like the most Jen thing to
I-
ever come out of
You
this.
get the rest of them right. Well, but this is good though, because if you get one of the next ones wrong, you've still got 6 out of 6.
I'll take it. Thank you.
Because this is the hardest question in the quiz.
Oh
Which
no.
queen has the shortest solo song in the cast recording? Now, I'm not necessarily in the show, but in the cast recording. And this is literally a matter of seconds, and the answer will shock you.
I think in terms of the cast recording,
Mm.
I'm gonna say Aragon because I
Right.
feel stressed.
You've nailed it.
Am I? Yes!
So you're on track to get 7 out of 6 if you
Well, because
get.
I was gonna go for Cleves, and then I was like, well, you said the answer would shock me, so I'm going for Aragon because she
Yes,
told
you see,
me.
I would have gone for Cleves too.
Yeah, you gave me a bit of a clue. Well, you didn't give me a clue, but
We're
you
on the
helped.
same wavelength, you see.
I liked it. I liked it. I'm with you. Right.
The last
This is the
question.
last question. Oh my god.
Which cruise ships were 6 performed on?
The Norwegian Bliss and the Norwegian Breakaway.
And there she goes, leaving with 7 out of 6. It's Jennifer.
That is the most Jen Caldwell score that's ever happened.
That is something to brag about because nobody's ever got 7 out of 6. Because
Thank you.
nobody's ever
And
got 6. No one's
I
ever
don't
got
think
6.
I don't think they ever will.
No, I don't think they ever will either because I won't let them know it's a possibility and then you'll always be at the top of the leaderboard.
Oh, thank you. I feel like, on Top Gear, when they do the fastest thing, I feel like I'm on the top.
That's you, yeah.
Top Gear.
Top.
Top Gear.
Who have you beaten then? Because you've beaten people.
Car in a reasonably priced car.
You've
That's what it
beaten
is.
Cassie. You've beaten Shaka.
Of course I have.
You've beaten Courtney and Mallory from Broadway. You've beaten Hazel from Bliss. You've beaten Natalie Pilkington and Bryony. You've beaten everybody.
I don't want to be smug about it because it's not a nice feature, is it? But I'm pretty smug. I like to win. I'm an only child, so I don't like.
Me too.
Oh, see,
I'm actually just the male version of Jen Caldwell, guys.
Oh my god, that is the most terrifying thing anyone's ever said.
I know. First I was your dog, now I'm you.
Yeah. And I'm okay with everything that's happening now. I'm okay with it. Look at that.
Mini Caldwell.
Mini cold, that's the most terrifying.
That is the most terrifying. It's just you.
Please, no.
Like a really small person.
I feel like you're going to give my mum an absolute breakdown if she watches this.
Bless her.
She's like, no more Jens. There's too much, just you.
Too many Jens.
Too many Jens.
There's Jen and Karis now. There's just too many.
God. God.
Too many Jens. If they were in the same room, that's just going to be...
It's not possible. The world would explode.
It's not possible. However, it might be possible one day.
Maybe.
I'm inventing a clone. No,
Oh.
Step in and clone yourself. No.
God, no, please.
Don't do that.
There's enough with just me. The world doesn't need this.
No more. No more. Well, you made it through the entire episode without exploding or anything. So that's...
Or swearing. I don't even think I swore.
To be fair, I don't think...
I might have maybe done a 1.
Let's get it out.
No.
The next 10 minutes of the episode is just
me using all the expletives in the world.
Every single one that she knows.
I know a lot. I know all of them. I know all the bad words.
Well, I went to swear school, so I know more than you do. Yeah. Yeah, well, thanks for coming in. There's just a few things
for having me.
sort of run over, not like a car, I mean just talk about. The first thing is that, you know, as much as this is awesome and fun and stuff, trying to raise a little bit of money for acting for others. So there's going to be a little just giving link down there, and if anybody wants to donate anything, you can just pop on and you can be like, here's some money.
Oh,
um
please do that.
please do
That
that.
would be really great.
'Cause, I mean, you guys aren't there with the purple buckets, so I have to come on here with my just giving page and be like, donate.
Give us some money. Not us.
I
Not
promise it doesn't go to me.
give charities money, please.
I mean, you can give me money if you really want to. Just hit me up and I'll happily take money. But that's that. Also, it's fun on this. I've got the sheet over here now. I've moved it. So
So yeah,
social medias, follow me. They're going to be in the description, and you can find out who's going to be on the Zoom call next. I've already organised like half of this year, so you're well, not half of this year. I've got the month started. Don't worry.
quite a lot. That's good.
In there, it's going well. So you know, all we need now is Lauren Drew. So
You
yeah,
can't pin her down. You can't pin her down. She's a free
can't.
spirit.
She's off. She's on The Voice. We've lost her now. There's no
She's
chance.
on the boys. You haven't got hope in hell.
Not anymore. It's that's it. We've lost her now. And the new website is a thing, so that'll also be linked below. It's just a thing that's going to be linked below. This description is going to be about
So many links.
so many links. Go check out my links.
Links Africa.
Hang on, I'm just searching for link. Oh, I've got links black.
Oh, I mean that's links black.
Not the same as Africa, but it'll do.
Oh, it's not. It's not quite. It doesn't have the same punch. If I'm
No,
honest.
it just doesn't, does it?
I'm sure it
But
smells lovely though.
thank you for joining me this evening.
Thanks for having me. I've had a nice time.
Me too. It's been a while since
It's been a
June,
while. It's been a hot minute.
and it just what's happened.
a lot's
But
happened.
we're in a new one, so hopefully.
Things are looking up.
You're in Duloc.
Can, no. Can only get better. Can only get better, baby. Who sang that?
Me.
I don't know. I think it was Yaz. No, that's the
Yes.
only way. Google it. Things can only get better. It might have been D Ream.
Put it in the comments below.
Please, because I can't remember. I will probably just Google it in a minute though.
Yeah, probably.
I think it might have been D Ream with Dr. Brian Cox,
Oh,
who does all the science.
science.
I think we've.
Right.
I think I think this has gone on long enough.
Thank you for watching us mess around for about an hour and a half. And we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.